My morning walk and exercise. Y'all can see the weight loss look, and I got on shorts today. The legs are out. Let's talk about this reflecting pool. And not only that, but this $400 million jet plane from the Qatari. That was gifted to him, by the way. As always, as expected, he does things for flattery and he gets rewarded for it. And that's going to be paid for out of our hard-earned tax-paying dollars. So just about anything that he's doing is a waste of our money that can go to helping people. But is Donald Trump doing that? No, he's not. Just I expected. Let's also talk about the reflecting pool. The reflecting pool has algae in it. And of course, any news that makes him looks bad or any news that is factual, they will try to cover that up. They don't want you to hear that. They don't want you to see that. I mean, it's a mess as it is already. But yeah, like I was saying, it's all about appeasing him. When it comes to fascism, there is no appeasing the leader because just about everything that they do is for their own political gain. Let's go down the list here. Okay. Kash Patel spent $76,000 to go with the men's hockey team. Let's also see his girlfriend paid to be chaperoned and also go to the hair salon. That's a waste of our money. Let's see, 60 million of our hard-earned tax-paying dollars to this monstrosity on the White House lawn. The UFC fighters are also going to be paid. They were paid for that using crypto. Let's see what else. This $400 million jet plane. Let's see, Kid Rock and Pete Hegsbreth going on a joyride on a jet plane. Yeah. All of that is a waste of our hard-earned tax-paying dollars. I was talking to Deshaun yesterday. We had a 2-hour conversation. And we were talking about where the money is going. Let's talk about the Prime Minister. She said that Donald Trump is using AI. They're putting out misinformation. They're putting out disinformation. And this is where independent news outlets come in. So you need a style by Stevie. You need my voice right now more than ever. You need Don Lemon. You need Bubs the God. You need Conscious TV. You need all of these outlets because just about everything that he's doing, they have basically taken over. Let's not forget the Warner Brothers Paramount merger, the Ellison brothers, Fox News, CNN, yeah, all of them heavily conservative, heavily. Somebody dropped something down there. But yeah, it's like at one point in your life, to the supporters out here that voted for him, at what point in your life are you going to realize that you've been hacked, that you've been duped? Because you're gaining nothing as a result of that. You're gaining nothing. And the only person who's winning from this is him. The 1%. Those are the only people who are winning currently right now. Is Donald Trump, Peter Thiel, Let's not forget Don and Eric. They're also cashing in as well, too. So yes, the Qatari plane that was gifted to him, that's going to be used as Air Force One. I thought it was supposed to go to his presidential library. What happened to that? Told you, just about everything he's doing is for his own gain. This deal with Iran, it was a terrible deal. It failed because he doesn't know how to negotiate. Let's keep in mind that this man has 6 failed businesses. 6 failed businesses. As a result of that, he's got nothing. He stole from cancer research charities. So at the end of the day, this is someone who is not fit to be president at all. And I kid you not. Like, he's not fit to be president at all. $530 million to go to a ballroom. To go to a ballroom. You're getting nothing. To the supporters out here that are still championing for Donald Trump, you're getting nothing. And they love to say that they've won. They did the thing. No, you didn't win anything. This deal with Iran has failed. It's terrible. It is terrible. It really is. See, you think you're getting something, but in the end result, you're getting nothing. What else is going on? Let me take a look. Yes, the Italian prime minister says that Trump is spreading fake news about her. John Crawford, the owner of that, who received a bid contract from Donald Trump. Let's see what else. Oh, and we know about Peter Thiel's secret elite club. Did y'all know about that? Peter Thiel also fled the country as well, too. He's responsible for why we have Palantir. What is Palantir, that you ask? Palantir is a surveillance company. Yep. So they can watch what we say, what we do. That's what Palantir is. Yeah. I mean, it's a crying shame, and I'm looking right across the street from the gas station. Let me show y'all something. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And push the cam. See Ray over there? Here. Right here. Let me pull it up. What do those gas prices look like to you? To me, it looks like $3.78 and then $3.99. $4.89 for looks like diesel. $3.89 for unleaded. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. But I wanted y'all to see that. This is the real world. This is not making America great again. This is making America great for the white, rich oligarchs, the men. That's who's going to benefit from this. White men in power, like Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, who's just, by the way, became a trillionaire. So when have we ever been great? And just a reminder, Black people didn't forget what Charlie Kirk said about Juneteenth and how Black women don't have the brain processing power. The racist podcaster. And his wife is also a grifter, by the way, as well, too. and had the mitigated gall to say, I can hear my clock ticking. Well, Donald, you can. We're just waiting on that grand big old announcement. And when it happens, oh, trust and believe, my darling, we will be celebrating. Because this here is some straight up BS. That's what it is. That this man is able to get away with so much because Congress and Senate, they're scared of him. They're terrified of him. Okay, we're doing good. 30 minutes. But yes, how's my journey coming along? I'm slowly but surely adjusting. I'm still trying to look for a place to tape the show because my voice is needed during this time. And I know everybody's saying, take your time mentally. If I'm not doing it, I'm depressed. I'm sad, because Style by Stevie is my baby. This is my bread and butter. My voice is needed during this time. And in a way, I feel like that's been put on hold after the fire happened. It's a lot of pressure, And I just want to make sure that I am continuing to be a beacon of light and hope, and not just a beacon of light and hope, but also someone who is speaking truth to power. Because during this time, more than ever, my voice is needed. Because mainstream media has failed. Yeah, they'll give them a little pushback, but not too much because they don't want to risk losing their jobs. And I gave y'all a perfect example. Whoopi Goldberg, she gave a little bit, but she didn't give too much because she knew if she would have went off the way Anna and Sonny went off when Couchfucker came on the show, then she would have been at risk of losing her position on the show. And she would have probably been replaced with somebody who's ultra conservative. You already got Alyssa Farah Griffin, who is a conservative, who was in the Trump regime during his first term, who's worked closely and personally with Donald Trump in his regime. Well, when it was an administration, where you have people who had some sense, like Mike Pence, who said, I'm not going to overturn this election for you. I'm not going to sit up here and do this for you. He's panicking because before you know it, you look up and November 3rd will be here, which is the what? General election, the presidential election. We need a candidate for the Democratic Party who's going to be a fighter, who's not going to back down, surrender, or be bought by AIPAC or taking dark political money. And I've had thoughts of running, but no. Y'all wouldn't be ready for a black trans woman from the South Carolina area. Be ready for that. Or a woman, period. Biological or trans. Y'all wouldn't be ready for that. Because y'all have shown us what you did in the 2024 election. You showed us what you did when Hillary Clinton ran. You showed us exactly who you were. America is deeply rooted in patriarchy. And until we unlearn that, mainly men who are not used to seeing women in positions of power, the world will be a better place. But thank God that our primary election results turned out the way we wanted them. Congratulations to my cousin, Tony Duncan. He won his bid. And so many others. Jermaine Johnson is not related, but just congratulations. We need somebody. We've seen him on the floor with Justin Bamberg. Justin Bamberg would be the perfect person that we would need to run if he would run as president. Listen, Gavin Newsom, here's my thing about Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, until you address the issue that racism is still an issue in this country and that transphobia is still an issue, no, you won't get my vote. And I said that with Coach D Speaks. Him and Bernie Sanders are afraid to talk about racism because it exists. It's alive and living. So until you address that issue, no, you don't have my vote. We need fighters. We need people who are going to be critical. And not someone who is going to take money from AIPAC. Not someone who can easily switch just like that. Fetterman is a perfect example. So, better start working on getting a perfect presidential candidate. Because before you know it, midterms, the general election will be here. Good morning. But yes, fashion dolls, we still got a lot more work to do. We still do. If you ever want to take back your democracy, this country, also gas prices. Since I turned the camera and showed y'all the gas prices, y'all thought I was lying. There were some people out here that were thinking that me lying about my house burning down. I lost followers too. They thought that I was doing this for clout. No, this is real life. Under the Trump regime, this is real life. And I would have never expected to be homeless on my bingo card in 2026. But don't y'all worry, I'm working on trying to get this show back up and running. And it could probably be back during the fall, but I'm not going anywhere. As long as I have breath in my body, I'm healthy, I'm able, I'm going to continue to keep giving y'all great conversation, great guests, and so much more. The show isn't going anywhere. Style by Stevie will always be here, and I will always find a way. Power, because my voice is needed. But yes, that's all of the foolishness that's going on right there. This damn electing pool and him wasting money. I knew that Qatari plane that he was gifted because, see, what did I tell y'all yesterday about Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump? And then Charles Kushner, who Cory Booker sworn in, his dad. Joy Reid also told us something on the podcast with Godfrey as well, too, about that bar in New York, the cigar bar. Yep, I clocked it instantly. That's what the wealthy do. They go up here and they buy up all of the damn shit and invest in it. And the working class like us, the ones who put in the work, we are having all of these things ripped away from us. That's what's happening. And shout outs to my colleague, Bubs the God. I want to talk about Jackie Hill Perry for a minute. Jackie, sis, if you are unhappy, go ahead and marry you a man. You say you love your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, but it doesn't seem like you're happy. Because in your eyes, in God's eyes, it's wrong. But you know what? Homosexuality is not a sin. But your homophobia and the dangerous rhetoric that you're putting out is, that's a sin. Shout outs to Christian A. Smith again. And YG, I saw that you put out a song basically targeting a trans woman. We have become y'all's obsession. We have become y'all's topic and point of view ever since this man got in office. YG is the same rapper that got out here and that was bragging about his light-skinned daughter. He said something about that at, was it Nipsey Hussle's funeral? Oh, and don't get me started on Nipsey. Nipsey was very queer-phobic. I don't speak bad about the dead. So would you rather me say something about Nipsey Hussle or the racist podcaster, Charlie Kirk? Because see, homophobia and transphobia are right on the scale of white supremacy. Did y'all know that? Mm-hmm. And before y'all that are in the black collector say, well, black people can't be racist. Black people can't be bigoted. Yes, you're bigoted towards other marginalized groups, which are queer people, which are trans people. We exist and you're trying to eradicate our existence. And you're going right along with Donald Trump. The reason why is because you don't like the people that he doesn't like, which is trans people. This was a dog whistle. We know that hip hop is already homophobic. I mean, look at Eminem, Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent. And another example would be Bootsy. So no, I ain't even trying to hear that fuck shit right now. He knew what he was doing. We have become y'all's obsession, and it is sickening. Your anger is misdirected, and you need to focus it on somebody else. Like these white supremacists and these pedophiles that are in government. The main one at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Trans people are not your enemy. Queer people are not your enemy. And I have said that over again. And I'll close with that. If you guys want to donate, you can donate to uppercase BOSS, lowercase O, yes, capital B, lowercase O, SS, Q, U, 2 3s, 33, N. You can donate to there, and that'll kind of help me get a head start back on my feet. But I appreciate it, Fashion Dolls, all of your prayers, all of your phone calls, texts, all of that. I remember the ones who kept in touch with me and the ones who didn't. It is what it is.